YouTube, what's up, baby? We're back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I'm Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Locke Key Season 3, Episode 1, entitled The Snow Globe. And let me say, I had no idea that Season 3 was going to be coming out this soon, but when I found out, bro, I was so ecstatic, bro. I cannot believe this came out this fast. I'm ready for it. Now, if you've been to this channel, you already know what we do. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one. Right? So, again, Lock and Key, Season 3, Episode 1, entitled The Snow Globe. Alright? Now we pick up with the lady looking at the Locke house, and her name is Dorothy, and she's accompanied by another lady, and they're actually sisters, and the other lady's name is Ada. So you got Ada and Dorothy, and they both say that they feel his presence, and they're talking about Gideon. So we find out that the two women are actually stuck inside of a snow globe that is inside the Locke mansion. They end up doing this thing while they're inside of the globe to knock the globe off of wherever it's standing on, and Nina goes to pick it up off the floor, and from there we see Nina call Kenzie and Bodhi in for lunch, and then we see Kenzie and Bodhi come into the house in this little door, like this little side door, but they're actually a bird and a cat. And then when they enter into the house, they turn back into their human forms, and it's like, yo, like these fools already got new keys, bruh. And it's more to come for sure. So Nina shows a snow globe to Bodhi and Kenzie, and they talk about they end up talking about Tyler because they miss him and stuff like that. And then we go to the Omega cave, and we see Gideon, and he's looking for the Omega door, like the opening, but he can't find it. And then from there we see Nina and Kenzie planning Duncan's wedding because he's about to get married. Kenzie ends up texting Tyler again to see about him coming to Duncan's wedding, but for some reason Tyler is not answering their texts. He reads them and then he just leaves them on read. He doesn't text them back, so it's kind of crazy. But you go have to remember that he doesn't remember none of the stuff that happened before leaving the Locke mansion, because they ended up erasing his memory due to him wanting that to be the case. And I also gotta add, man, it's so cool seeing Nina like remember things, and like how she's be able to interact with her children, like they're much closer now. It's cool, bro. I love that, man. So anyways, so then we see Ellie, and she goes to pick up her son Rufus, and they end up coming to live back in that town, but not in the same house, but like at some apartments. Anyways, like I said, Ellie brings Rufus back from Alaska. Ellie goes to the Locke house, and she sees Nina there, and she ends up finding out that Nina remembers everything. She knows everything. And then she shows her the marks, which is the mark you get for, when you're getting older, you start to forget what happens with the magic and stuff like that. So they obviously did what Ellie and her friends did, Randall, Randall and all them stuff like that, Peter and everything like that, in order to remember stuff as they got older. So now she knows that, that's kind of a big weight off her chest. Now Ellie and Nina can talk, you know what I'm saying? And not have to hide nothing, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, Ellie and Nina, they catch up. And then we see Doug and Zadie filming for a guy named Mr. Shaw. And then we cut to later on at night, and we see Kenzie and Abby is also join the group, and they're filming like a second part to the movie that they made in the second season. Anyways, then we see Ellie and Rufus go out to eat, and he wants to talk to, his mom about the new animal key that Bodhi had told Rufus about. But at this point, everything is like kind of overwhelming for Ellie still, you know what I'm saying? And she just doesn't want to talk about it. And then we go to Bodhi, and he's chilling at the house, and his mom is like, just chilling as well. And he hears whispering. So that means another new key, right? So they end up looking for the key, and it's a key with a snowflake. And so Nina ends up figuring out that, this probably goes to the snow globe. So they go to the snow globe, they use the key, and what happens is, it's like the key and the snow globe are connected. So when you put the key into the snow globe, it opens up you into the world of the snow globe, and opens up the snow globe world into the real world. All right. So anyways, they see that it starts snowing. So, Bodhi's happy, and so is Nina. So they both go outside. Bodhi starts playing in the snow. And then Nina sees Dorothy and Ada approaching her, because we know that Dorothy and Ada were stuck in the globe. And they were trying to find a way to get out, especially since they felt the presence of Gideon. Anyways, they start approaching, and they want the snow globe, of course. Nina takes the key out of the snow globe while Bodhi's still outside, and then Ada and Dorothy are inside the house with Nina. And so what happens is they end up fighting her for a second, and then Ada and Dorothy end up getting the key, and they end up leaving. And then we end up finding out that because Bodhi was still outside when Nina took the key out of the snow globe, Bodhi is actually stuck in the snow globe now, and Nina is in the real world, and so is Dorothy and Ada now. But anyways, Dorothy and Ada take the key, and they leave to go find Gideon. And we also find out that they're not just regular like sisters, like they're demons, of course. Anyways, Nina ends up calling Kenzie for her help. The reason that Dorothy and Ada were able to get the key from Nina was because she married into being a Locke. She wasn't an actual Locke to begin with. So if she was an actual Locke to begin with, they wouldn't have been able to take the key from her unless she gave her consent for them to do so. But because she married into being a Locke, they were able to snatch the key right out of her hand. Anyways, Nina and Kenzie, they go looking for Ada and Dorothy. Ada and Dorothy find Gideon, and they end up starting to, help Gideon out. And Kenzie and Nina end up going to where Gideon, Ada, and Dorothy were just at, but they're gone now. So we can tell that they were just there, though, of course. Then we cut to Bodhi, and we see that Bodhi is cold, and he's trying to find a way to get into the house, but he can't. Gideon and the sisters, which is Ada and Dorothy, they go to the well where Gideon was actually, brought back from the demon world by Eden. But he ends up telling the sisters that, hey, there's something in the bottom of that well that I need, and I can't go in there, but you guys can. So they go in there, and they see, when they go in there, we see that, one of them goes in there, and we see there's, at the bottom, there's the dead body of Eden, and Gideon tells her to grab something from her pocket, and it's one of the keys. So they get the key, and then they end up they end up getting out of the well. And Gideon is like, are there more keys in this? And they're like, yeah. And so they start explaining, like, oh, there's this and that, da 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 da. And he tells them to bring him all the keys. Kenzie and Nina go back home, and when they do get home, when they get inside, they see that the sisters are there as well, and they end up trying to make a deal with Kenzie and Nina, and they say, "Give us all the keys that you have, and we'll give you the snow flake key, and that way you will be able to, you know what I'm saying, open up the snow globe and bring your son back from that dimension." But Kenzie ain't having that, bro. She tells Nina to run, and she tries to hold them off by herself because she has that, like, the key with the belt that makes them strong, whoever the wielder is at the time. So she ends up trying to hold them off. So while fighting the sisters, while Kenzie's fighting the sisters by herself, and Nina goes run away, tries to hide. One of the sisters ends up, being able to leave the fight and go after Nina, because Kenzie's already focused on the other sister. So, anyways, Nina ends up quickly thinking and uses the mirror key that she used on the last season when she got stuck in that mirror world for a while. But anyway, she ends up using the mirror key, and she tricks the one sister that comes after her into going into that world. Well, not exactly, like standing in front of the mirror, and then she pops out from behind and then pushes that sister into that world. So she's stuck in there. So, there's only one more sister to go at this point. Then the sister that's fighting Kenzie gets the upper hand for a second, and then when she does, she goes after Nina, and she tells, like, Nina, "Hey, where's my sister at?" Da 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 da. Kenzie ends up catching up and then grabs the sister that was coming after Nina, and uh, Nina ends up telling Kenzie, like, "Follow me," and so they go into the room, and then she uses the key for the mirror, and then Kenzie throws the other sister into the mirror world. So we got Dorothy and Ada both stuck in the mirror world, which then leads, Kenzie and Nina safe for the time being. Plus, Nina searches the pockets of one of the sister that's outside of the mirror world, finds a snowflake key, and then they throw her in there. So both of the sisters are packed into that world with no way to get out just yet. They also found a snowflake key in order to bring Bodhi out of the snow globe. So, because he's about to die of, like, of it being too cold where he's at. So anyways, they save Bodhi. They bring him back to the real world. We see Gideon is looking at them from outside of their house. He grabs his bird and kills it and then drops it there. Maybe he was trying to just let them have a sign like, "Hey, I'm here," you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. But anyways, he ends up leaving back to his, like, little camp base, whatever you want to say. Then Bodhi and Kenzie talk about Tyler again, like wishing that he can be, into what they just found out, and, they could use help and stuff like that, whatever it may be. But, that's not the case. And plus, he doesn't even remember everything that was in the past, like I said. Then we go to where Tyler actually is, and we see he's into construction, and he gets invited by a girl that works with him to go get a beer. So he goes to do that, and he talks to the girl. Then we see Ellie and Rufus getting settled into their new spot, their new apartment. Then we see Bodhi trying to find a good place to put the snow globe. Then we see Kenzie sends a pic of her and Bodhi to Tyler, just, to hope that he would answer. You know what I'm saying? So after hanging out with the girl, and I mean Tyler, after Tyler's hanging out with the girl, Tyler sees the pic, but he still doesn't react to it, bro. I don't know what his problem is. Then we go back to Gideon, and he's sitting by the fire at his little fort area, whatever you want to say, and he has two keys, and he's like, he ends up rubbing them together. Then he puts them together in his hand, and he accidentally creates a little opening to the demon realm, the realm that the Omega door holds behind it. So it's like, yo, like, what the heck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this is gonna do, bro. But this is crazy. But that's it for the first episode. Three of my favorite scenes. The first one would be Nina and Bodhi versus the sisters. That was pretty dope, bro. Especially seeing Nina, man, like, she's able to, like, help her kids out, bro. Like, this is a crazy different, like, situation, bro. And when Tyler comes back in here, bro, and Duncan comes back in here, bro, and the whole crew come back up in here, bro, it's about to be a full set on roster going against Gideon and his followers, bro. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. Anyways, my second favorite scene would be Nina and Kenzie locking the sisters up, and the way that they battle right there. So you get to see Nina and Bodhi battle against the sisters. Well, kind of Bodhi. He kind of doesn't really get to get involved, but still, Nina and Bodhi battle the sisters. But then in my second favorite scene is, seeing Nina and Kenzie really get to battle the sisters and lock them up, bro. That was pretty dope. My third favorite scene would be Gideon finding a way to basically open up that demon room with the two keys that he rubs together, by accident, or I don't know if he like really opened it up all the way, because we just saw a little crack, and then we see the blue light flashing up, and we know what that blue light is, and you see him smiling. So it's like, bro, this is crazy, bro. This is the first episode. It's crazy. And on top of that, I didn't even know that season 3 was coming out, bro. I got season 3 already, bro. I'm thinking I'm not gonna get season 3 to like 2023, bro. We ain't even in 2023 yet, but we still got season 3 already, bro. Like, Netflix is doing it up so well right now, bro. We just got done with being blessed with the whole, Stranger Things. Now we got this, bro. Like, bruh. And don't forget about the Ninja Turtle movies that just came out, bro, on there. That was hard, bro. That may get a review. Don't trip. Anyways, that'll be 3 of my favorite scenes for sure. The grade for this, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it too strongly, just based on the fact that I love this show, and it's just surprising that the season 3 is out and everything like that. So I think this started off strong. You feel me? And so I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I ain't gonna jump the gun. I just like the way that this is going. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. If you guys saw this episode, let me know what you guys thought about it down below. Did you guys know that season 3 was coming out, man? Are you guys excited for this, bro? Like, let me know about that in the comments down below, man. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I'm Callie. Until next time.